Hey girlfriends, and welcome back to another video. So today I am reviewing the infamous Cornrow Cap that you guys may have seen in your local beauty supply. If you missed my last video, I showed you guys how I created this faux lock dread wig pretty much with the Cornrow Cap. So check that out first before you check out the review so you can see everything that I end up mentioning. It was shown step by step in that video. And this video is in collaboration with sisterwigs.com. They sent me over a box full of products to review, and the Cornrow Cap was included in this box, so I was super excited to try it out and share my opinions with you guys. So before I get into the pros and cons of the wig and my experience, I'm going to get into the specs and the exact cap that I ordered, as well as what's available to you guys. So like I said, I got the Cornrow Pro Cap and I got the style horseshoe with combs. All of the caps come standard in the color number 1B, and that was my cap. So as far as what you may find in your beauty supply store, the Cornrow Cap comes in two different braid patterns, which are pretty much the basic fundamental braid patterns that we use for protective styles, such as sew-ins or even crochet braids. You have the straight back pattern as well as the horseshoe pattern. Now, according to the website, they recommend that you get the straight backs if you're going to go for a bang hairstyle. And if you want a hairstyle with some type of parting, a side or middle part, you definitely want to go for the horseshoe. Combs are also an option, so you can get the wig cap with combs or without combs. And as far as sizing goes, it is totally customizable. It's not like the one size fit all dome style caps where you just get the one size and call it a day. It's available in small, medium, and large, and they also have a sizing chart based on certain measurements to figure out which cap will best suit your needs. The measurements are from ear to ear, from front to back, as well as the entire circumference of your head to make sure that you get the perfect fit. The cap was made for the ultimate protective style to protect your hair completely from any kind of stress or tension from weaves or wigs. And they also highly recommend the cap for cancer patients that may have lost their hair due to chemo. The cap is said to be great for sew-ins, glue-ins, crochet braids, any kind of protective style in which you would need a braid pattern as a base. And the cornrows are made on a mesh style of cap that is great for workouts, anyone that sweats a lot. It's just a really nice breathable cap, and the cap in which they use, they said it's a mono net, so it's super breathable. And it's made of a material that's great for a sensitive skin, so if you are a cancer patient, this should not irritate your skin. The caps are available for adults as well as kids, so whichever kind of client that you have, there is a cap for them. The only color that the cap is available in is a color 1B, which is pretty much like an off black. And last but not least, on the cap you'll also find an elastic band that's super flexible and stretchy. Now, as far as measurements go, if you are going to go for the Cornrow Cap, I highly recommend that you take your measurements on your hair while your hair is braided, because you are essentially going to be putting this cap on top of your braids. Especially if you have a lot of hair like I do, you want to make sure that you're taking your measurements with the braids so you have the correct measurements. Those braids are going to add, give or take, an inch or two to your measurements. So let's get into the pros. I think that the cap is super convenient. You can take it on or off. It makes a lot of hairstyles that would technically be permanent or temporary hairstyles in which you would have to sleep in. It makes it a hairstyle that you can take off at night and be super comfortable. It's great for intermediate braiders, or at least someone that has an idea of how to braid. This Cornrow Cap makes your hairstyle a complete protective style. You're not damaging your hair from any tension or stress from, you know, like a sew-in or anything like that. This is like a total ultimate protective style. And if you're doing a quick weave or gluing down some hair onto this cap, it could technically make the process much more easier. You don't have to worry about molding down the hair or braiding down the client's hair like super perfect. You can just do a few quick braids and then pop this cap on and start the process of whatever service it is that you're doing. Now, as far as the cons, my very first con, which is like the biggest ultimate deal breaker, was the elastic band. The elastic band was just super inconvenient when it came to trying to make this look less wiggy and more like an actual hairstyle. The elastic band made the wig a little bit more bulky. It lifts the front, as you can see, it kind of lifts the front a little bit, and it adds a few inches to the actual height of the hairstyle, so it looks like a wig. wig, and it's really hard to disguise. I do recommend either folding it under or trying to sew it down just to make it look a tad bit better than what it looks with just the elastic band, but the elastic band is a deal breaker for me. I get the idea for it to make it flexible and stretchy, but it's super inconvenient. The cornrow stitches and the construction of the cap looks gorgeous until it's time for you to actually put your crochet needle or even sew some hair on this cornrow cap. The stitches are really tight, and instead of them stitching maybe like around the cornrows, they actually stitch through the cornrows themselves. So the stitches are very tight and secure, and they're hard to get through, especially the cornrows that are on the perimeter of the cap. They're really hard to get through, and I struggle really bad, but all the rest of the cornrows in the middle are really easy to get through. And last but not least, I think it's super inconvenient and kind of a deal breaker, the fact that you still have to cornrow or do something with your hair underneath the cap to make it lay flat and look a little bit more seamless. So for someone that cannot braid or is a beginner braider, this would not be their ideal cap. It gives them the nice cornrows, but they would still have to know a little bit about braiding to be able to do something with their hair underneath before they put this cap on. So if you can at least get some, you know, messy, if you know how to do a little bit of braiding, like intermediate braiding, you can get like some messy cornrows down really quick, and you wanted some tight cornrows, you can do those messy ones underneath, put this cap on for the tight cornrows, and like use these cornrows to sew on, if that makes sense. But you would have to learn how to braid to be able to use the braided cap. And that is my final review. So overall, I think that the cap was a really cool idea. I like the idea of it, but overall I think it's a dope invention. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Like I said, if it wasn't for the band and the bulkiness of the wig, I see a few of you guys would talk about it in the comments on the faux locks video, I think I would have fell in love with this cap. But it's okay. It's an okay cap. I would love to know what you guys think about it in the comments below. I love you guys. Be sure to check out my faux locks video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.